Hi, Scorpio. We're just going to get straight into the cards. I've tried to do your reading a couple of times now already, and things just kept on happening. Like I would get interrupted or like loud noises or something like that. So, and part of it would happen, and I would just be like, all right, I can't concentrate. I can't focus with that. So I'd give it a few minutes. So we're just going to take deep breaths, because I feel like some of this energy right now, you feel like you're supposed to be doing something in your life. You feel like you're supposed to be moving forward or like redirecting your life in some way, shape, or form. And you don't feel like you can move because of all of this Virgo energy. That new moon in Virgo on Friday, just kind of like last Friday, kind of made a culmination to all of this Virgo energy. Now, this is not a time to force things to happen. This is not a time to force, to like when you're taking action on things, you're not going to be clear enough to do it, right? Like the energy is making you sit and wait. The energy is putting you on pause. You're not stuck by any means. I don't want you to stop working towards your goals. But if you feel like you're working towards something and it's not panning out and it's not panning out and it's not panning out, you cannot force anything to happen right now. Now, as we move into Libra season and then next month into your season, it will be a little bit easier to get things done. But right now, I want you to get really, really honest with yourself. There's also an earth sign around you that I feel like you need to confront and be honest with as well. So we have the moon, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. I don't know if this person is giving you everything you need. And if they aren't, this might be one of the things that you want to present to them. You want to say something to them. I feel like you've been wanting to say something for a while, but there isn't. It's like during Virgo season, it almost felt like it was Mercury retrograde there for a couple of weeks, even though it's not Mercury retrograde. We're not going to have another one of those until November. So your focus is on money right now. And your focus is on not just money, but producing things and making things happen and wanting to really make things happen in your life. You could also be dealing with a Libra energy or somebody with heavy Libra in their chart. But I feel like this is a time, the reason why you're being asked to pause and not try and force things to happen is you have to reevaluate what you want your future to look like. There are certain things that the universe is trying to tell you right now. This is what's going to make you stable and this is what's going to make you balanced. But I'm not sure that you're really recognizing it or seeing it. And it could be that either the earth sign in your life has wanted to help you become stable or become balanced. There needs to be a different view on things, and other people want to help you do it right now. And other people want to bring their energy in to give to you, but I'm not sure how much you're allowing that to happen. So that's why this is a time to surrender and to not force anything. So we have Justice down here. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have Judgment. And Judgment is really what's trying to tell you you're being very well taken care of. You are being supported by the universe. You're being taken care of. Why are you unsure? Where's the unsure? Where are you being unsure? Are you unsure with yourself? Because if you're unsure with yourself, that's something that can be corrected. If you stop focusing so much on what you're not able to complete or what you're not able to accomplish, and you start focusing a little bit more on what's happening in the now and how the little wins every day or the little things that you're accomplishing every day is going to be big, because the stability is there and the balance is there. But there's something that you're not seeing, or there's something that is not being shown to you, and that's driving you crazy. I feel like it's totally driving you crazy. So let's see what this moon is. let's see what the moon represents. Just as a little hit while we're shuffling here, a little hit on the things that are going on. So I've decided to extend the 20% off of personal readings through September. So make sure you take advantage of that. And also 20% off of my merchandise. So the coffee mugs and the t-shirts, not the necklaces, but the coffee mugs and the t-shirts. That link is in the description box below. So it's under apparel, under the merch section. And using the code FEARLESS, FEARLESS, you can get 20% off of the merchandise. Just want to let you guys know that. So Ace of Swords with the moon. And this is exactly what I was talking about. There's something that you're trying to either communicate, or there's something that you keep trying to figure out, and you'll get like glimpses of it towards the end of the month. I feel like it's going to be more in Libra season, because Libra or it could be during when Mercury and Venus move into Libra, because that's going to start affecting your 12th house is going to be affected, right? So there's going to be a lot of that shadow aspect that you're going to have to start looking into as we move into the last half of September. And Mercury and Venus are going to be opposite Chiron, which is going to be some super duper healing properties going on, right? And I think that's when this aha moment is going to show up for you. I think that either the conversation is going to happen, or something is going to be shown to you that you've been like trying to figure out for months, but you've been asked to be pause, right? So this earth sign, the Queen of Pentacles, could be a Virgo. We have the Hermit, or it could be, if it's not a Virgo, it's somebody who is kind of being distant, but they're trying to figure things out as well. They're trying to answer their own questions as well, right? And if they can't give you everything you need right now, the Page of Pentacles, if they're not able to provide for you in the way that you need them to provide to you, I want you to just don't focus on where they are or what they're doing. They'll be back. Like, they'll show back up in your life. It's not, they're in the same kind of thing with all this Virgo energy, and trying to see, I'm like even jumping over my words. Like, I can't even get out what I want to say because it's not really time. Okay. And this is sort of what I'm getting at here. So we have the Magician on the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're trying to make things happen in your life, and you want to have them be a part of it, right? You really want to have them be a part of it. And the problem is either they're not showing up for you, or you're just not able to say what you really want to say, what you really want to be able to get out right now. And that's perfectly fine. It's okay to do that. Things are much more balanced and secure than how you feel. I'm just going to say it. Things are much more balanced and secure than how you feel right now. How you feel right now is the energy telling you, just be patient and wait for a second. And I know that I've said that to you guys for the last couple of months, but honestly, the more patient you are and the more you surrender, that doesn't mean that you stop working towards your goals. It doesn't mean that you stop working towards your goals. It means when it doesn't pan out for you, or when it doesn't work out the way that you wanted it to, or in the time that you wanted it to, you have to remember to surrender, because the universe may have something better that's coming along, and it's just taking a little more time, right? Oh man, you guys, 3 aces in your reading. The Ace of Wands. And this is what I'm saying. In Libra season, the opportunity is going to show up. In Libra season, the opportunity will show up for you. It's just a matter of getting there. Give me 1 second. Be right back. Sorry, there was like a fly or something and I had to corral it out the door. I hope I got it out the door. Anyways, so this Ace of Wands, and remember that aces are gifts from the universe. Okay? This Ace of Wands is like, I'm literally seeing it like smacking you over the head, right? You just have to be aware that everything that's happening right now is kind of like a buildup. It's sort of the push forward is going to be when everything moves into the cardinal sign coming up, right? And then even more so when we get to your, even more so when we get to your season, you can start, you'll see the momentum. And it's not that the momentum isn't happening right now. It just isn't as obvious as you would like it to be. You want it to be like really super in your face. Okay. So we have Temperance on the Ace of Pentacles. This Sagittarius energy, which is so interesting because Jupiter is in your second house, and your second house is related to career and money, and Jupiter has been working in your favor. Now, some of the things that you might have noticed in the last year that have happened to you is as Jupiter's been working to your benefit, it may not feel like it. Could be removing you from certain places in order to position you into a better job, position you into something that's helping you transition. Jupiter could have been positioning you in a way to get you promoted, but it's also removing things out of your life so that you can make room for certain aspects, right? If you've been overwhelming yourself to make money, if you've been trying to control how all of this is working, it's going to kind of rain down on you. Like you could get really super exhausted really, really fast. If you're trying to control how you're going to get all of these blessings, because you've been working on it, man. You've been manifesting and you have been doing what you're supposed to be doing. You've been doing the job. You've been doing it really, really well. But are you doing it too well? Are you trying to do the universe's job at the same time? Right? So we have the Emperor and Judgment. And that Chiron in Aries is not an easy placement to have. Not right now, because it is showing you where in your everyday life where things need to change because it's just not working. And if you are trying to control what the universe wants to just give you, if you're trying to control the gifts that the universe just wants to give you, it is going to take a lot longer for you to get those gifts. Like I want to see you guys get the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords this month. I want to see all of the amazing ideas, and I want to see all of the amazing progress and all of the amazing stability and everything pushing forward for you. I want to see you doing all that. But if you haven't seen the way things are changing and the way things are culminating, and you've been trying to force it to happen instead, it's just going to take longer. It's going to take so much longer. And you don't have time for that. You don't have time for longer. Let the universe work for you. Stop trying to control what the universe is already doing, right? Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Oof. Okay. So we have the High Priestess, the Three of Wands, the Queen of Swords. So we have two queens now, and and the Lover. So you could be dealing with a Gemini energy or a Libra energy. If you are making plans and not discussing them with somebody who is very, very close to you, who you have a very close connection with, if you're making plans and you're not discussing them, and because I feel like this is about you trying to do things on your own, or you like trying to like, I don't know, force your independence in some way or something like that. Like, the stability lies in the relationship. The stability lies in the feelings between the two of you. The stability does not lie in what you can offer, what you can provide. And as soon as you recognize that, as soon as you realize that you are good enough and you are whole on your own without having to give and give and give and give and give of yourself all the time, once you realize that, you're going to attract the same type of person. Could be an air sign, could be an earth sign, could be a Pisces, Sagittarius, an Aries, Gemini, Virgo, lots of signs here. Your ultimate goal right now is stability. And your stability is wanting to communicate and not feeling like you can. Okay? See, we have, you want to be able to push forward. You want the energy to start moving you forward. And you want to be stable within this movement forward. I get it. I totally understand. But the harder you think, the more you think, the harder you try and fight. And the less you're open to the people around you, to the people that you love, the more you're in your thoughts. 8 of Swords. The more it's going to feel like you're going to the worst possible case scenario. The 10 of Swords for me is the worst possible case scenario. You're thinking that somebody's dead in a ditch on the side of the road just because you didn't get a text message from them. That's the worst possible case scenario, right? Because you're overthinking it, Scorpio. And I get it. Like, I mean, you guys overthink things anyways. And the reason why you overthink things is because you always think that you're thinking something wrong. Or, oh, wait, that's not the way I'm supposed to go. Or that's not the way I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to be doing this. It's like you're ever changing, right? I mean, that's what you represent. You're constantly trying to reinvent yourself. And the more you fight against that, the very nature of constantly trying to reinvent yourself, instead of pulling yourself back and letting your intuition guide you, you get up in your head and then everything explodes. I feel like if you sit in your head for too long this month without having a communication, right? No matter how confusing it is for anybody, Page of Wands and 7 of Cups, the more you sit in your head and you think the worst, the easier it's going to be to get in a fight. Because you're solely relying on just yourself when clearly there are people around you that want to help you manifest things. But again, saying it again, the more you try and control what the universe is helping you do in this energy, the harder it's going to be. The harder it's going to be for you to push forward. The harder it's going to be for the universe to give you the gifts that you deserve. The harder it's going to be for anything to come into fruition. The more you try and control it right now, the harder it's going to be, hands down. So allow yourself to make the decisions on your own. Get some rest. The Queen of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Cups. If you have to pull back, to meditate, not the 8 of Swords. Don't pull back to do that. Pull back to meditate. When you're in the middle of trying to make a decision, or you have decisions you need to make, get quiet with yourself. And if you can't shut your brain off, do a guided meditation. And I want you to remember that meditation for overthinkers, and a lot of Scorpios I know are overthinkers, is not about shutting your mind off. It's about cataloging the thoughts to calm your mind. Those overthinkers usually don't have their minds shut off during meditation. And something that I help you with, if you ever do a one-on-one alignment session with me, that's something that I help you with, teaching you how to do meditations to calm your mind or to catalog your mind, because I'm an overthinker. So when I try and meditate, it's never quiet in my head. It never is. And I used to think that I would have to like force myself to shut my mind off, and that's simply not true. It's about cataloging it. It's about putting it where it's supposed to be. Okay? And that's where I want you to go. Instead of driving yourself crazy and thinking the worst case scenario, just relax and allow yourself to see how far you've come already. Even when you feel you're stuck, you're still moving forward. Even when you feel like there's nothing left. This is actually a really great reading. The only thing that's going to hurt you right now is trying to force any kind of energy to move forward. Let the universe do it on its own, because it's already happening. Okay? I love you guys. Remember, 20% off personal readings. It's all on my website. It's all in the description box below. If you just click the little arrow underneath this video, you can see the link for the 20% off. You can see the link for the 20% off apparel. There is a separate website that you go to get my t-shirts and my coffee mugs. Some of them are going to be discontinued, so that's why I'm doing the 20% off. Some of the designs will be discontinued. What else? I think that's it. I love you guys. Have a wonderful September, and I'll see you for the love readings. Bye.